This is just a disclaimer. The people that are featured in the video are not the people that I'm mentioning directly. These are just random TikToks of Black women in luxury that have been compiled together, and I'm talking about influences in general, very beautiful women that we don't know where they are, getting their income from to be able to go on expensive trips. Okay, these are just my opinions, and the women in these videos are just compiled. It's not about them. So yes, that's the end of my disclaimer. First Corinthians chapter 12. Spiritual gifts. My friends, you asked me about spiritual gifts. I want you to remember that before you became followers of the Lord, you were led in all the wrong ways by idols that cannot even talk. Now I want you to know that if you are led by God's Spirit, you will say that Jesus is Lord, and you will never curse Jesus. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but they all come from the same Spirit. There are different ways to serve the same Lord, and we can each do different things. Yet the same God works in all of us and helps us in everything we do. The Spirit has given each of us a spiritual way of serving others. Some of us can speak with wisdom, while others can speak with knowledge, but those gifts come from the same Spirit. To others, the Spirit has given great faith, or the power to heal the sick, or the power to work mighty miracles. Some of us are prophets, and some of us recognize when God's Spirit is present. Others can speak different kinds of languages, and still others can tell what these languages mean. But it is the Spirit who does all this and decides which gift to give us. So I came across that Bible verse after a huge revelation from my sister. So now we were busy talking about Black girls in luxury and the fact that there are so many girls online that are able to travel to all these countries, that are able to do all these cool things online. And, we just assume, oh yes, they work a 9 to 5, they're rich. They have a rich boyfriend, they work really hard, and they're able to afford like actual luxury, like billionaire status luxury from all of our knowledge. And then my sister came to me and she was like, a lot of these people are escorts, they're selling themselves for material goods. And like the verse I just read, it's a situation of a lot of people are led in the wrong way of idols, worshipping money, greed, not vanity really, but just wanting material things. And so now I understand that, not to judge other people, because I've been in that same situation. I was in a situation where a lot of young girls here get a sugar daddy, get a boyfriend that's going to buy you this and that, live your best life. But it's like, for what? We're doing all this stuff for stuff, So we all judge others based on what they do for us. We all look at other people and think, what can they do for me? So now, in terms of sugar baby coaches online, there's a lot of them on YouTube. If you type in, I'm a sugar baby, my story time, there's a lot of people, Black women, that will also pop up. And it's a situation of, oh my goodness, that's what it really is. Because they'll say, oh no, you don't have to go so far with someone, but it's like you're dealing with grown men. Like they deal with grown men things. Like it's really like perverse, and like people are being lied to online into thinking, oh no, they just pay you for your company and for your time. And it's like, okay, that's not really the case. Do you really want a desperate man willing to give you stuff? Like he's just willing to give you stuff? I mean, obviously, I wouldn't mind. I don't mind. A lot of young girls don't mind. But now I think, what is the point? There are days where I don't even know, but then I realize that women have influence online. So if they're showing their luxury cars, them going to upscale restaurants, drinking the most expensive champagne, it has an influence on a lot of young girls that see them and they're like, wow, I want to live that lifestyle. But they don't know like the full totality of what's going on. So what is your job? How can these women afford to travel so much when they have, let's say, so little followers? A lot of them have only 40k subscribers or followers and things like that, but they're able to go on a private jet that like costs like thousands per hour to be on, or even per minute? Is it your boyfriends? Women have expectations online that are set by escorts. That's crazy. Normal women, extraordinarily smart women, are following the expectations of escorts. Escorts get like flown out to all these places to meet men. These women use their bodies as collateral, as a product. They don't care about morals or the transfer of energy with the people that they're with. They know what they want and they're willing to do anything to get it. That's why the whole scandal blew up about girls going to Dubai just to get like pooped on and all that. It's a situation of expectation versus reality. Some girls are shameless about what they do. On YouTube, they don't hide it. It's in their thumbnail, it's in their titles, in their OnlyFans. And a woman's body is a high commodity to some men. In 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 7, it talks about rules for worship. So men were created to be like God and to bring honor to God. This means that a man should not wear anything on his head. Women were created to bring honor to men. It was the woman who was made from a man and not the man who was made from a woman. He wasn't created for her. She was created for him. And so because of this, and also because of the angels, a woman ought to wear something on her head as a sign of authority. As far as the law is concerned, men and women need each other. It is true that the first woman came from a man, but all other men have been given birth by women. Yet God is the one who created everything. Ask yourselves, if it is proper for a woman to pray without something on her head, isn't it unnatural and disgraceful for a man to have long hair? So now it goes on, you can read it for yourself. But women bring honor to men, and that's why wigs are so popular. Men want beautiful women in general, of course, and I think it's just a deep rabbit hole, to go down. These are just questions that I have. We shouldn't be delusioned by what we see online. A lot of these women are enjoying luxury, and it's good for them, like good for her. But their spirit is disturbed, and it can't end well. We need to look at women in history. Cleopatra. There's a lot of women. Hopefully I list them. Like, if you just really think about it, and if they're not married to, actual men of means, they're probably married to scammers. They have scammer boyfriends, people who are taking them out with money that wasn't really earned. So, at the end of the day, we have to just wait and see. I know it's not biblical, but what goes around comes around. So eventually people will get caught if shady things are happening. But other than that, we need to pray for others, pray for our own souls, our spirits, not to be, so easily influenced by others, especially young girls. Pray for others 100%. Yeah, so please let me know what you think. Other than that, that was just my opinion. You can do with it what you will, but I was like shocked. I was like, oh yeah, a lot of them probably are selling themselves for money, for expensive trips, expensive handbags, and yeah, I have no idea what to think. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching.